All right, top 5 non-hyped sneakers for 2024. It's the end of the year. You're gonna see all these top 10 sneakers of 2024 lists, mine included, will be up soon. And those lists highlight the newest collabs and everything that is hyped up. Limited edition stuff usually. So this video is gonna be the opposite. These are shoes you could easily get, and they are not boring. So here's 5 pairs that I think are awesome, that got overlooked, you could easily buy on release day. First up, I don't even know where the box is. I wear them all the time, and as you know, Asics had a hell of a year. A lot of their stuff sells out, but the Asics Gel 2055 is not one of them, and I am okay with that. This is one of my most worn pairs of shoes for the year, and the colorway helps because you have this off-white cream color that goes with pretty much all of the pants that I wear. Subtle hits of green, and then you get that contrast with the Asics logo. I don't know why people didn't flock to these like the 1130s. Maybe it's the price tag. They're only $25, $30 more. When I want that Asics look, I found myself going to these more so than some of the other models that I have. So I really like these, and I think you can still get them, as well as a lot of the shoes that are on this list. Anything that is still available, I'll link for you guys down in the description. Next up, this is a gem. Honestly, I'll say it, a classic in my opinion, and there was hype leading up to this shoe, and then it dropped, and it was kind of quiet. So I don't know what happened, but I got my pair and I'm happy with it. They're beautiful. This makes me feel like I want spring and summer immediately. Just look how they sit there in the sneaker box. So we have the Nike Air Max 180 Ultramarine, or Nike Air 180. How nice looking is this shoe? It is so clean for having a few bright colors on it. It still holds a clean look. And honestly, if you're someone that's not really into the 180 and you only want to grab 1 or 2 pairs, this is the one to have, in my opinion. When you think about the entire Air Max catalog, the 95 neons, the 90 infrareds, the silver bullet 97s, these are on that list. Maybe people don't think these are as cool as I do. And although the ultramarine on these isn't that subtle, the rest of the shoe is primarily an off-white sail color, a few hits of blue. They're just not this super eye-catching sneaker, even though they have some bright tones on them. Not to mention they nailed the shape and the comfort. The quality's there, so it's a good shoe. These are pretty close to how the original was. So everything was there for these to be a hyped up shoe, except people's pockets. They saw them and were like, nah, I'll wait. And I feel like they dropped at a good time heading into the spring and the summer. Who knows? These are not leaving my collection for a while. Next, there were a lot of Jordans to get overlooked this year. An interesting year for Jordan brand. They're obviously gonna reevaluate a lot of stuff. Who knows what the result is gonna be in 2025 or 2026. There is a lot of classics on the way for 2025. People are excited. The hype is already starting, but there's no way everyone's gonna be able to keep up. I honestly don't know how this is gonna go next year. And let me show you the shoe first. I thought for sure that the Olympic 6s were gonna sell out, given the fact that we saw the Olympics this year. This shoe doesn't retro that often, and it's awesome. It is straight up awesome. But here we are. The Air Jordan 6 Olympics are still available. So for me, I'm a little biased to the situation because I like Jordan 6s better than a lot of other retro models. 11s, I like these better. 12, I like these better. You know, don't make me go on. You guys can let me know how you feel about the Air Jordan 6, but this guy right here, you know, this was one that I had back in the day, beat him up, got rid of him. So I was waiting for this retro. Not to mention, we don't see navy that often on Jordan retros. So for me, someone that wears a lot of navy, you know, I did a collab with Nautica this year that had a bunch of navy in it. And I was like, okay, I need these to go with that. People did not gravitate to them too much, and that's okay. I mean, they look so good with a pair of sweatpants. Can I just say that? They look so good with a pair of sweatpants. The leather is nice on them. I like how they thinned out the laces, and then that classic bottom. This is one of the best outsoles on a pair of Jordan Retros in my opinion. So there was a good amount of Jordans that could have been on this list. These were a standout to me though. I was surprised that these things sat around. Let me know your thoughts on Jordan brand heading into 2025. Next, we have something from Adidas and Kith. And you can see that right there on the side, like that little branding. However, these boxes need some work. These are the flimsiest boxes of all time. These might be, I don't want to say the worst, but they lack structure, so you can't stack them at all. You know, Adidas had an interesting year as well, because if you traveled overseas, you saw a lot of their shoes on feet. And if you even traveled in the States, in the airport, you see the Samba everywhere. But now we're starting to see a lot more Spezials, a lot more of the low profile models, and on the low, Adidas kind of cooked this year. So Kith and Adidas dropped a model that we don't see that often. This is the Handball top. My theory is that these dropped around the same time as the Air Force One linen, and a lot of people just thought, hey, I don't need two tan and pink sneakers. But this guy right here, if this is your style and you don't like the bulky Air Force One, man, this is a good one. Retailing for $120, I got early access to them, bought immediately, then they dropped on release day, and they were easily obtainable. And like a lot of Kith footwear, once it's been on the site for a little while, they just pull it. Chances are they probably put it on StockX or GOAT or something like that. And last I looked, these were reselling for right around retail, depending on what your size is. So I will for sure link these for you guys, but this is a pretty unique sneaker for $120. There are premium materials on this, and if you ever wanted to see suede and nubuck side by side, you're looking at it. This toe cap right here, that is suede. The rest is a nubuck. So you can see that the toe cap is a little bit more brushed right there, a little bit more faded, and then the rest of the shoe is that nubuck, and it looks just a little bit smoother. Now, the Adidas Tri-Stripe is done in 3 different shades of pink. So no, your eyes are not deceiving you. It's a little bit more faint on that first one, and then it gets more bold at the end, and that matches the back tab. You do get some extra laces that I probably won't use. I like the speckles, and then you get co-branded logos there on the back, the Kith logo, and then the trefoil. So this has every detail that a collab has without the hefty price tag and without the hype. Great shoe. Let's keep it moving. Next, I almost feel a way about these getting discounted and nobody really liking them except me. But you know, a lot of times in the YouTube world, I'm on my own island for sure. There is not a lot of people that share the sneaker pickups that I do, because for whatever reason, maybe there's not enough hype, maybe there's no reselling involved, who knows. I buy shoes so that I can wear them. I like a little bit of history, I like details, but most of all, I want a pair that is gonna look good with my outfit. On a Saturday morning when I go get a coffee and a breakfast sandwich, I wanna look good. So that brings me to the Nike Air Max Plus in voltage purple. And man, this is a beauty. Not just because of the colorway. This OG tag that they put on this shoe, they did a little something to it. They adjusted the shape. These fit better than most Air Max Pluses. Look at that. Look at that top-down view. I did an entire unboxing on these, and I saw that they were like 40% off on Black Friday. Hey, it is what it is. Now listen, I know a shoe that is mostly purple with orange hits is not for everyone, but along the same lines as the 180s, maybe these are more of a cult classic. Maybe this isn't just something for the everyday person. And you know, these were in Foot Lockers and I believe Finish Lines. Actually, no, I believe this was a Foot Locker exclusive because that is what this pair was originally designed for. I've already gone over the history of this shoe, the inspiration by palm trees, that whale's tail there, and these put Nike through the ringer when they first went into production. They didn't know how they were gonna make this shoe with these overlays right here. So I think that these are awesome. They're definitely more popular overseas in Europe and in Australia than they are in the States, but this is absolutely my #1 shoe that got overlooked this year. There was a little bit of hype going into them, and then, I don't know, here we are. You can still get them. They're linked for you guys down in the description. They passed all the tests that I had for these. I traveled in them. I styled them a lot. I posted them on my Instagram. If you're not following me there, definitely go follow me so you can see more sneaker content. But that is just my 2 cents. That all does not lead to hype. Sometimes people need more to be hyped up on a shoe. It is what it is. But do me a favor. Let me know your top 5 non-hyped sneakers this year. Let me know something that was easily obtainable, even if it had some history behind it, a little bit of a story behind it. Let me know down in the comment section. I appreciate you guys. Before you go shopping those links, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up for me. That's a wrap. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.